Hello, good morning. This is Diecast Luna. Hope you're all doing well and welcome back to episode 6 of Vintage Matchbox Mondays, late edition as I'm calling it, as I didn't get a chance to upload it yesterday on a Monday. Unfortunately, I've had a hectic few days, been a little bit under the weather as well, and just life sometimes gets in the way. But as I did say before when I started these Vintage Matchbox Mondays, that I would be doing them every week without fail. And I just thought it'd be cool. I'll call this the late edition. It might even be in some parts of the world by the time this video goes out. It might even be a Wednesday. So anyway, it is a little bit late, so I apologise for that, but we'll get straight into it. Now, most of my videos, whenever I do the Matchbox ones, I usually plan on what I'm going to do and do a little bit of research and this, that and the other. And I have got, like I told everybody before, I've got quite a few cards that I have picked up. But because this video is a late one and I just wanted a bit of an easy one this week, I thought I'd just show pieces from my collection, some of my favourite pieces from my collection of vintage pieces that I've picked up in car boot sales and out and about and stuff like that, and market sales. And they're all going to be from the 70s. They're all going to be from about 1970 up until about 1978-ish. So, which is my favourite era of Matchbox, is the 70s, because I was born in the 70s and I grew up in the 80s. So a lot of these cars were around when I was a kid. So anyway, we'll get straight into it. And the first piece we're going to take a look at is this really cool Matchbox, Team Matchbox race car. This is a piece that I found on a local for sale site, and it was a couple of miles down the road from my house. And it wasn't very expensive. So there you go. It's a 72 copyright. So let's take a closer look. Box is a little bit bruised, but you can forgive that. But the car is stunning, in absolutely fantastic condition. And these are some of the best cars to find. These ones that have, I don't know how they get like this, whether it's people buy them and put them away, a bit like us today, like collectors of today basically. You know, we all do it. We all buy new cars and store them away and put them on shelves, and possibly this is the same. But it is in beautiful condition with this sort of a candy red paint. And there you go. So Team Matchbox, it's a number 8. A little look underneath, upside down as usual. There you go, Matchbox super fast, number 24, Team Matchbox, 73 copyright. So that is a great piece, and that is one I don't know what it is about this car. I had the same car as a kid, but it was in orange, slightly different engine variation, but I do really like this casting. It's just something about it. So that is the first piece. I'll just pop that to one side, and then we'll take another look at another boxed example. And this is the Matchbox, I think it's number 18. Obviously it's a Honda 754 motorbike, but very cool. And let's get a closer look at it. Let's open it up. And again, this is another one that I think I got on a local site. I can't remember now, but I know I didn't pay a lot for this. And there you go. And again, in fantastic condition. And I had loads of these as a kid, scores of them. I had the police versions. They did quite a few different variations of this Honda. This is one of the later ones. This is from about 1978. So it has the metal body, metal wheels with rubber, hard plastic tyres, and has the plastic front forks. The earlier ones, I believe, had metal forks. But very cool. And again, this is not this exact bike obviously, but this is the type of thing I liked as a kid, so therefore it's something I really do treasure. But again, wasn't expensive. I think this was about a tenner, and even the box is in nice condition too, as you can see. So very cool. So we just put that to one side. And then one more boxed piece before we start getting onto the loose pieces, and this is literally, I think this is on the turnover. I think this is when Superfast, I think, first started the new style of wheels from the older black wheels. So this is a Matchbox Superfast. It is a number 17, and it should be the horse box. And again, the box is in nice condition. And this, again, this was something that I found on a local for sale site, and again, wasn't far from my house, a couple of miles down the road. And this was being sold by a bloke who was selling them on behalf of his neighbour, I think, who had passed away some years before, and the wife was asked if he could sell the collection for her. And in, like I said, beautiful condition. So you can see it's got them early excuse me, skinny super fast wheels, and it is based on an AEG truck, and it still has its horse that looks like it's dead, but it does have its horse. These, I think, came with 2 horses, so I think one is possibly missing, but at least it still has one of the horses, so that is pretty cool. So that is that. So we'll just move that to one side again as well, and take a look at some of the loose pieces that I've got. So the next one is going to be a Dodge Charger Mark III, and this is a piece I got at a flea market for a couple of pounds, and it's in really good, what I call good survivor condition, as it's got a few flea bites, but it's managed to survive. Let's put the camera down a little bit more. Here we go. It's managed to survive, and I think, to be honest, sometimes these survivor cars, I prefer them, because they're you know, they've seen a little bit of action, they've been loved, they've been played with nicely, you know, or in that case, sometimes people didn't really play with them and just stuck them away, but they've got a story and they've lasted. With this awesome green base. So there you go, 1970, copyright, Dodge Charger Mark III. So that's a cool piece, and again, wasn't expensive. And then this next piece is a Porsche, I think it's the 917, so have a little look. two can see, there you go, Porsche 910, 1970 copyright. And it is a number 6B. But again, this is a piece that I got from a seller, or from another collector that I knew not far from my house. Again, it was advertised locally, and once I got to know the guy, I picked up quite a few pieces from him. And again, I think I bought this in a bag of 4 or 5 for about £5. I didn't pay a lot for it, but again, in great survivor condition. A few little nicks and dings, but nothing major at all. So that is a really cool piece. And then I think this one came from the same place, and this is the Maserati Bora. And again, it's got a few little bits scuffs, but nothing major, and again, in nice condition. Opening doors with the green base. I'm just trying to look, there you go, 72 copyright. So again, wasn't expensive, good survivor car. And then we got this, came from a car boot sale. I think this was about £1, I can't remember now, but I've always been lucky, I don't pay a lot for them. It is missing, I think, the top ladder, but it still has its stickers, which is unusual, and the paintwork is still vibrant. And I've done nothing to this. And there we go, Matchbox Super Kings fire engine, 71 copyright. And that is a really cool piece, and I do like my appliances, fire engines and other vehicles, and that still all works quite well, which is really cool. And I think I will show, I'm just doing a little look, one of my favourite pieces in my collection. You just got to bear with me while I unbox it very quickly, so just 2 seconds while I unbox it, as it is wrapped away in tissue paper. But this is one that came from Tyrone, from Building the Ultimate Matchbox Collection channel, all the way from Australia, and this was a very, very, very kind present from him. But this is one of my treasured pieces in my collection, being the fact that it was given to me. And again, this is a great piece, it's in beautiful, beautiful condition. Obviously has the opening part. So here's the Lamborghini Countach, and this is a later Matchbox. So there you go. So it's 73. That's an earlier 70s car then. but very, very cool. And just looking, I think I'll show one more just because it's to hand. Actual fact, I'll show two more because they're right to hand. So let me just grab these a sec. 2 seconds as I grab them off the shelf there. And it is these two Matchbox Rolls Royces. Now I might have mucked up, this one might not be from the 70s, so I might just put that to one side. But I know this Rolls Royce is, and this is one that, bit of dust, was broken, was up for £5. And when I pointed out to matey that the wheels had gone on the front, I got it for £1. And it's in really nice condition. Good survivor car. Paintwork's nice. I did have to drill it out very carefully and repair the suspension on the front. So there you go, Rolls Royce Silver Shadow Coupe. 69 copyright. But I know these were being made in the 70s. So this is a 70s car. And just because it's out, I'll show it. And this is another one I got on the same... Where did I get this from? I think I got this from this at the same time, I think. This is a slightly earlier version. So it has got its more traditional wheels. So this is from the mid-60s, but I just thought I'd show it anyway, as it is out. But anyway, so that is today's pieces. Again, I apologise for the video being late, and it will be back to normal with any luck next week. I will be doing a video that's an unboxing video on next week's Vintage Matchbox Mondays. I'll be doing some more unboxing on some pieces that I've, from that big box full I bought. I'll be showing some pieces from that. But anyway, with that, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more vintage pieces in the future, wheel swaps, customs, and all that good stuff. I have got an I've got a mail call video. It still hasn't come yet, but I have got a mail call that I will be showing at some point soon too. And with that, I'll see you all soon. Thank you for watching. Take care.